So my no-till pepper plant, I'm going to plant it somewhat in line with those. And I just planted all those I've just planted. I'll show you how I'm planting these. Obviously no-till, there's a lot of grass here. I've got a nice little hand tool, poker on one end, digger on the other. We'll line up somewhat. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you got enough room to get the lawnmower through up here. So I'm going to go right about here. I'm going to use that poker end to get a good tear up of the ground. A little bit harder concentrating on doing this with one hand and keeping the shot in the picture. It's a little difficult, but you can see I am about the size of my pot. I'm actually just a little smaller, which is fine. So I'm going to set you down for a second while I take this plant out of the pot. Okay. So now we have the plant. I'm not going to worry too much about pulling that root ball apart. If it was worse than that, I would. But I'm going to actually do a little bit of tearing that root ball apart as I'm pressing it down into that hole. So this whole thing is all about being easier. So I'm going to line it up and just give it a good hard press. Now, you probably can't hear it, but I'm tearing up the roots. I'm not tearing up the center ball of the root, because that's fine, but I'm tearing up the outside by pressing it in there, and that's kind of what you want to do when you're a little bit root bound. But I'm doing it all in one. I'm shoving it in the hole, and I'm breaking the root ball up all at the same time. Now I'm just going to take some of this loose dirt that I took out, and I want my hole to be deep enough. After I get it pressed in there, I'm a little bit below the top of a little bit deeper, so that I can put the loose dirt. I can put some of this loose dirt back on top. That's going to keep it from drying out as quick, because that potting soil dries out really quick. So that's how I get it in there.